Alright, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Trice Too Easy. We got two games today. We got one NFL, one NBA. We're going to dive into the data, look at the charts, the matchups, the trends. I'll break them down for you, show you guys the mismatches, the discrepancies, and hopefully we can crack these folks. Guys, if you'd like to join my sports community and Discord server, 10 measly ass dollars a month. It's in the pinned comment and description of the video. Great community filled with great people. We share slips, we talk bets, we share ideas, we crack these folks, we get money in there. And if you like exclusive access to viewer perks, tools I use, books I use, promos, things like that, you'll find those in the pinned comment and description of the video as well. Okay, guys, we're going to get into these two games. We got the Raiders versus the Broncos, then we got the Clippers versus the Suns. No reason to break it down into two separate videos. We'll just keep it as one and move forward. We'll go over a bad beat, a big winner, then we will get into the show, dissect these games, and crack these folks. Guys, PSA before I get into the video, the Discord server and community is growing really quick because a lot of times people join. Again, it's $10. It's more affordable than 99% of the sports communities out there. And once you get in, it's very active and everybody's nice and we share slips. So it's growing quickly. People tell people about it. Due to this though, there are a lot of people, and because it's only $10, I don't want to raise the price, but there are a lot of people who pay $10 to join. Then they simply download my profile picture, make it theirs, name themselves Too Easy, and then they're messaging people and they're scamming them out of hundreds of dollars. Guys, please don't send money on there. If you want to send money to me, I have PayPal, Cash App in the description of the video. It's not, I don't ask for it ever, but it's there. You don't have to. I will never message you and tell you I have like VIP picks or I have this sure pick tonight, and if you pay me $100, I'll send it to you. I don't believe in selling picks. I've made videos against selling picks. There is nothing good about selling picks. It's ridiculous. If you cap sports that damn good that you think you can sell them, I don't even really believe it's possible to be extremely profitable capping sports. You got to do EV betting, and you can't sell EV betting. It's learned. I am completely and utterly against pick selling. Personally, I'm not mad at people who do it, but I don't. I think it's just silly. I don't see the point in it. I understand that why some people like to do it, and that's fine. If you're making $5,000 bets and you want to pay somebody $100 a week or some shit to get their picks, I understand that. I don't do it. I had one guy. He messaged the picture. Why are you trying to scam? You said you don't sell picks. I said, buddy, that's not me. He said, yes, it is. It's your picture. I said, look, man, I hear you, but like, I'm telling you that's not me. He said, yes, it is. I'm like, but some people don't want to be helped. I was like, hey, man, when Beyonce writes you, make sure you take her out. Like, what the fuck? I'm like trying to tell you it's not me and you won't believe me. Guys, I have never wrote anybody first in Discord. I have never wrote anybody first on Twitter. If I do, it's usually business partners and I'm trying to get a sponsorship or something. I've never done that. I do not sell picks. I do not sell picks. I do not have a VIP group. I do not have anything where I am selling some type of sports bet or content to get money from you. It will never be me ever. Never ever. I've been open about that since day one. I've said it, but I keep forgetting I need to repeat that because I'm growing. And as I grow and the Discord grows, new people come in, they might not know that about me. I've never advocated for selling picks. I have a paid betting community that's $10. That is it. It's monthly. It's one time $10 and we in there and it's a super active community where you'll get more than your $10 worth of value. Outside of that, if you get a message from Trice Too Easy on any platform, unless I'm discussing business with you, like actual, like you have a company and I want sponsored, like you have a tool and I want to sponsor it, you will not hear from me. It is not me. It is 100% not me. If you're not sure, share it in the chat and everybody in there will say, fuck that guy. It's a scammer. Don't write him. It's not Trice. So please, if you're not sure, share it in the chat. I'm sorry I gotta take up minutes of the video with this, but people keep getting scammed. Like hundreds of dollars, people keep getting scammed. Please don't do that, guys. Please, it is not me. I don't know how else to like put this. I don't know what else to do. It's not me. If you're not sure, share it in the chat. I will reply. The people will reply. Everybody's been hit up by these guys. I don't have a way to stop it. Once I'm alerted of it, I can go and try to find the person and ban them, which I do typically ban scammers instantly, but some of them join, change their name and their picture to me and just start messaging people all day. And there's just nothing I can do about that aside from raising the cost of the server. So if you guys want that, I'll do it to make it more private, because these dudes are paying $10 to get in and then scamming people and making 100 times the 10, right? But I don't think that's what anybody wants. So we got to just deal with it and, try to stop the scammers as a whole. Okay. Sorry I took up time with that. I'll try to leave a chapter so you guys can skip it. Anyways, let's get into it. Bad beat from yesterday. Keontae George could not get 20 points. Left my guy Wavy at 19. This was a plus 7,250. Every other leg hit as well. This is the only leg that missed by 1 point. This would have been a massive payday, and I'm sorry for your loss. As far as the big winner, this was posted. I think this was Wavy as well. He had the bad beat and a big winner, I think. Was this? Nah, this wasn't Wavy. He did have a big winner though. This was who posted this? It was Mezik. He said got him. Yeah, he posted that slip. Congratulations, nice win. $70 to 550. Who wouldn't take it? All right, anyways, guys, let's go ahead and get into each of these games. We're gonna start with the NFL, then we'll do the NBA. Okay, so without further ado, let's take a look at this, and we'll start with the money and what's going on here. If we look at where majority of the money going, this is way closer than I thought it would be, and I'm actually shocked. 51% of the money is on the Broncos to cover a 9.5, which is now 8.5, and 49% on the Raiders. This is close. Like, they actually have, the money is split. I mean, I know people love them Raiders, but I'm surprised. I think the Broncos are one of the best teams in the league. I am surprised that the money's split. As far as the over-under, most of the bets are on the over, but most of the money is on the under. But again, it's really not, there's no major signs here. It's kind of like nobody knows, and it's completely 50-50. Nobody knows. So, if we look at the chart, this is for the spread, 9.5 plus 100. It went down to like minus 105 for a while, and now it's slowly coming back up. I think it's going to be around even money, settling at that 9. I think that 9.5 is going to settle at even money. I kind of think that's just the direction it's going, but there's nothing weird. There's no Vegas spots. There's no trap spots. There's nothing that makes me feel like, oh God, this is a red flag. To me, it just seems like a standard chart. As far as the over under, the under 42.5 is actually got hit down to 104 from 103. Still not a big movement though. You got to think this is only 2 cents, 102, 103, 104. So this thing's not moving a lot either. I think this total is going to stay right there at that 42.5. I think the spread's going to stay at the 9.5, and it's just up to you to go with your gut, because there's not like any real info we're getting from these charts. The lines are efficient and there's no crazy movement. We take a look at the actual game itself. We have a 2-6 Raiders team with a 7-2 Broncos. Now, Aiden O'Connell is out, so Geno Smith is going to be quarterbacking the Raiders tonight. So, do with that information as you will. Again, like I always say, it's already baked into the spread and the over and the under. That's already being considered, but I just wanted to mention it because that's like massive. This moving to 9.5 is kind of weird because the money was split, so I don't think it should have dropped from 8 to 9. Total being at 42.5, I think it's a bit high. When I look at the discrepancies here, first of all, the weather's going to be fine. 47 degrees, clear sky, basically no wind, no rain, so weather will be good. Injuries for the Broncos. Cornerback Patrick Surtain is out. Wide receiver Marvin Mims is out. I believe he's still out. And then tight end Nate Adkins is out. So they're missing quite a few offensive weapons. So the Broncos offense is not fully healthy, missing a star receiver and a tight end. I think the Broncos have the best defense basically in football, and the Raiders offense is terrible. So how do the Raiders ever score on the Broncos? They don't. They have this total at 6 touchdowns. I don't think the Raiders can score, and the Broncos offense is okay. They're one of the better rushing offenses in football, and when they do pass, it's short and they take up a lot of the clock, similar to the Chiefs. If the Raiders can never score, and the Broncos are controlling the clock and driving slow, and they don't often score either, how do we get to this over 42.5 in this game is the only way I can see it. So when I look to cap this game, the only thing that makes sense to me is the under 42.5. That said, it's dangerous. It's pretty low compared to a lot of games, but I don't think the Raiders ever score, especially with Geno. I think he's terrible. I do worry the Broncos might get a lot of turnovers, and that might result in extra runs, even like a defensive score bet. If you want to bet that, they're usually massive odds. I wouldn't be surprised if a fumble's returned or an interception's returned for a touchdown. For mega odds, you may want to look at something like that. But I don't see this game going over. Don't think the Raiders can score, and the Broncos don't score much either. They win off low-scoring, close games. I don't know that they can cover a big spread. But who knows? If the Raiders don't score at all, they might get to win 10-0. You know, like, I think the safest play is the under 42.5. That's where I'm going to put my money in this game. Okay, guys, now let's take a look at the NBA game with the Clippers and the Suns. Got Clippers traveling to Phoenix to play the Suns. And if we look at the money in this one, the Suns minus 3.5 versus the Clippers is taking 90% of the money. That is like all of it. That is everything. That's all of it. That's all the money is bet on the Suns to cover this spread. All of it. 90% is nuts. Total for the over and under, 77% of bets, 60% of money. Everyone's on the Suns and most of the money's on the over. So Suns in the over is where most everybody's going. If we look at the chart for the Suns, minus 2.5, opened at 117, took 90% of the money and went slightly up. If you are betting the Suns, this is a spot where I say be beyond extremely cautious. Be very, very, very cautious with your money if you're betting the Suns tonight. Guys, there is not a planet, multiverse, universe, world where they take 90% of the money. That's all of it. And this price doesn't get plummeted to hell. This should be going 120, 130, 140, 150. This should be going 2.5, 3.5, 4.5. Like, clearly everybody and everything thinks that this price is too good. They bet 90% and the price gets better. This is a giga red flag. It didn't drastically get better, but it got better. This is such a massive red flag. 10 cents better when you're getting 90% of the money is insane. I would have almost insta-bet the Clippers in any other time if I didn't love the bet that I did end up placing. Chart for the over-under, 224 plus 104, and now it's shooting back up to around even money. Right now, as we speak, it just went up a bit. So it'll probably stabilize around that even money. Okay, guys? As far as just capping this game, Clippers traveling to the Suns. Suns are on a back-to-back. They blew it last night, didn't they? Was it the Suns who blew it last night by half a point? No, that was 2 days ago. They're not on back-to-back. Suns are at home. Clippers are traveling. Major discrepancies. Obviously, we already know this. The Clippers offense versus Suns defense. And then the Suns offense versus the Clippers D. Clippers are known for having the best defense and a good offense and being super good. That said, Ty Lue is a gambling sack of shit who needs to be investigated. We all can agree on this, along with James Harden. They are both gambling and it's clear as day, and they're not even hiding it. So I don't trust the Clippers at all. I think their offense has gotten worse. I think their defense has gotten worse. I think the Suns' offense has gotten better. I think their defense has gotten better. I also think both these teams have been playing a bit faster than typically, and they've been scoring a lot. Clippers have been scoring a lot, and the Suns have been scoring a lot. I think the total of 224 is crazy low. 224 is low, like super low for these two teams. It's crazy. I don't think either team can stop the other, and I think both these teams' offenses look elite. To have a total of 224 to me is insane. I don't see either of these teams getting stopped or having trouble putting up points. They're both scoring a lot versus good teams. They both have tough schedules and they're both playing fast. Over 224, I love the play. If I didn't love the over so much, I would have insta-bet the Clippers at plus 2.5. And I still might, due to the fact that chart, this is crazy. You go from minus 117 to minus 107. You got 10 cents better, taking 90% of the money. If I didn't just personally love the over, I snap bet the Clippers. It's obvious that Vegas is setting up you to get fucked if you bet the Suns, in my opinion. And we've been right about this 80% of the time. Like, yeah, sometimes it still loses, but 80% of the time we've been right with these. This is a Vegas cleanup spot. I mean, my God. You just don't take 90% of the money and the price gets better, guys. So, if I didn't love the over, I'd snap bet the Clippers. So if you don't like the over, please don't bet the Suns. That's my advice, at least for you. That's my opinion on it. So tonight's two bets that I'm going to be on, I am on the under in the under 42.5 in the Ravens and the Broncos, and I'm going to be on the over 224.5 in the Clippers and the Suns. That's all for me today, guys. Hope y'all enjoyed. Again, I do not sell picks. I will never sell picks. I don't message nobody first. I talk in the chat. If you guys get a weird message, please post it in the chat, and then I can see it, and I can go ban the person and get them out of there. Let's get out of here. Let's get a bag, and let's crack these folks.